This woman sued her husband for missing her birthday dinner. He was at his mother's funeral. She told the court she had a cake, reservations, and a whole theme planned. Watch how the judge addressed her.
Your Honor, my mother passed away. She died. I went to bury her. I did not know she would pass on my wife's birthday. I was at the funeral. My mother was in the casket. I thought that was where I should be.
Your Honor, I planned my birthday dinner for 6 months. He knew the date. He had one job. Instead, he goes to a funeral, his mother's funeral, on my birthday. I had a cake, I had reservations, I had a whole thing. I am suing for emotional damages.
Mr. Daniel, your wife informed you 6 months ago of this dinner. 6 months. You had time to arrange alternative arrangements. Instead, you chose to attend the funeral. You will pay for the cake and the reservations. Case dismissed.
This couple rented a house for their honeymoon and noticed a strange reflection in the smoke detector right above the bed. They opened it up and found a hidden camera connected to the owner's Wi-Fi. Watch the judge's reaction.
Your Honor, it's a high-end property. I have the right to protect my asset against illegal parties and damage. The contract they signed has a clear clause for electronic security monitoring. The camera is wide angle for general security. It's my house. I have the right to know what happens inside.
What do you mean security? Doctor, the lens was pointed directly at our bed. My wife was changing in that room. We slept there for 2 nights. The light was flickering, which means he was transmitting. All this surveillance? Recording newlyweds in bed without consent isn't security, it's pure bizarre voyeurism.
Let me be clear. No one can consent to being recorded in a bedroom through fine print in a contract. The expectation of privacy in bathrooms and bedrooms is absolute under American law. What you did is a serious crime. I order the maximum compensation of $100,000 for moral damages and invasion of privacy. Case closed.
A single mother used a space heater after her landlord shut off heat. Instead of fixing it, he sued her for $5,500 in lease violations. When the judge heard the temperature inside the apartment, his reaction went viral.
The heat was off for 5 days. My kids were sleeping in coats. I bought a small heater so they wouldn't get sick. I begged him to fix it.
The lease prohibits unauthorized appliances. She violated safety rules, and damages and penalties accrued to $5,500.
You shut off heat in winter and sued her for staying warm. That is illegal and deliberate. All $5,500 is void. You will restore heat immediately, pay penalties for habitability violations, and this court will monitor compliance. Case dismissed.
He built a fence on his own property. The neighbor complained about the height. The city stepped in and cited him. Here's what the judge said.
Your Honor, the fence is on my property and complies with city code. The height stays within legal limits and respects all required setbacks. It was built for privacy, not to block views or cause problems. Nothing about this fence creates a hazard or violates local regulations.
Your Honor, the fence feels unusually tall and affects the shared view. It changes the look of the neighborhood and creates an uncomfortable situation. This wasn't meant as a conflict, just a concern that needed attention.
Your Honor, the citation was issued following a reported complaint. The fence exceeded what was considered acceptable under local guidelines. Based on that assessment, enforcement action was taken. The decision followed standard procedure. No exception was applied in this case.
This court is not here to resolve personal discomfort or neighborhood preferences. A fence being disliked does not make it unlawful, and irritation alone is not grounds for enforcement action. Based on what's been presented, there is no legal basis for this citation.
An elderly homeowner suddenly lost all water access. The HOA fined him $20,600 instead of investigating. When the judge learned who actually caused it, the courtroom erupted.
I woke up and there was no water. I can't lift heavy things. I called the HOA for help, but instead they sent me fines. I didn't understand what I did wrong.
I adjusted the valve on my side because of a leak. What happened afterward isn't my responsibility. The HOA enforced the rules as written.
You shut off water to an elderly man and let him suffer, then hid behind paperwork. That is abuse, not a dispute. All HOA fines are void. You are ordered to pay restitution and are referred for criminal charges. This court will not tolerate cruelty.
The HOA dismantled the basketball court he installed for his son in their front yard. They claimed it disrupted the community. Now they are in court.
So he installed a permanent recreational structure in the front setback area. We can't just have a basketball court in a front yard for 2 reasons. First, it disrupts the uniformity of the block. Second, we're a community of mostly elderly residents who don't want constant noise. The board authorized its removal under the bylaws.
Ever since I built that court, my son's been outside again. He's been active. He's been happy. One morning I wake up and there are workers on my property. They show me some board resolutions saying the court was to be dismantled.
You can write whatever you want in your bylaws, but actual law says you had no right to step onto his property and tear down a permanent structure. Mr. Lewis, use these funds to build your son a new and better court because I am awarding you damages in the amount of $12,000.